Good morning, and welcome to Eldrana's beginner tutorials for empires and puzzles. I hope you've had an opportunity to watch the introduction. It kind of shows what is different about this video series and perhaps other ones that you've found through a general search of YouTube. What I'm hoping I will be able to accomplish here is to give you a bird's eye view as to what exactly a beginner's base looks like. So when you first enter your base for the day, it's going to give you an opportunity to see all the things that you can buy. It's going to show you what your raids happen during the night. Obviously, she's just a beginner's base, so you lose a lot at the beginning. And here are the offers. Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the offers. There are two ways to play this game. Well, there's actually, my friend says there's three ways to play this game. You can play this game as a free-to-play, and those people are called F2P people, free-to-play, which means basically you're not going to spend money in the game at all. And then there are people who actually spend thousands of dollars on the game, and they might be in the classification of play-to-win, P2W. Oh, there's the geese going by for the day. Let's go see if we can find them. There they are. They make a ruckus, don't they? But as a Canadian, I'm rather fond of them. Now, there's also a way to play that my friend calls cheap to play, C2P. And basically, probably that's what this base is going to be. I'm not going to spend money on it. I made that mistake on another account I have. And even the smallest little things that you spend on it become very expensive in the end. So what I have done, you see the little dragon here? And when I come in first in the game, it's going to have a little bubble. Anytime you have a little bubble, that means that you can reap a harvest. All of these bubbles are also harvest bubbles. So the first thing I do when I come into the game every day is that I reap these bubbles. So let's see what's happening here with my little dragon. This is my VIP dragon. And you can see I just got a lot of loot tickets when I hit that. And now let's go over here and to the tower. Now, once again, the first thing I'm doing is harvesting, and that's what I'm doing. So now I'm going to harvest the tower. The watchtower, and while I was sleeping, I was making all sorts of iron and food, which is a good thing. Now I'm going to go back out of that, and I'm going to harvest the rest of the food. Now it's been sitting for a while because I haven't had time to do these videos, so some of this is going to fill up my storage facilities, but let's just harvest them anyhow. Yeah, see, it's telling me that the food and the storage are both full. Now, the other thing I do when I get here in the morning is I also go over here to this little tower, which actually, oh, there's the geese again. Noisy little guys. I'll put them up further so we don't hear them quite so much. But I'm now going to go in here, and this is the ad for the day. And hopefully I can edit that out, but I'm just going to show you what happens. So you go in, it gives you an opportunity to win one of these things, or sometimes all of those things, and you just press watch, and it brings up an ad. I'm not going to do it because it would take time that you don't need to see, and I don't know if you particularly want to see that ad. But when you're finished, you'll have an opportunity. It'll bring up what you've won for the day, and if you hit it. And sometimes I've gotten things like a free summons, or at one point I got a piece of material I was waiting for so I could ascend one of my heroes. So it can have surprises in here, and sometimes it's just worth watching it. So I'm going to close that out. Now, the last time I made the video, we were just after the orientation, and we were on this is your Stronghold, this here, And there's the entrance to your stronghold. And as you can see, this is a 3. Now the last time I made a video, this was actually a 2. But while I was waiting to make this video, I upgraded it to a 3. Because as long as it is the same number as all of the buildings, see, these are all 2s, these buildings can never go any further. Now we're listening to the waterfall that's below. There's all sorts of lovely little sound effects that happen here. It's a beautiful vista. It's really, they've done some beautiful animation work on this. So, let's see what we need to do today. Now we've got a brand new level 3, and as you see, I'm already in trouble because both my food storage, let me just click on it to show you, both my food storage are at their max. So here's my current max at the moment is this, and my current max over here for my iron is this, and as you can see, that's what I'm fully engaged there. So I have to find my storages, because the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that my storages stay high. So here's my food storage. I'm just going to click on it. I have to move the little cursor in order to click on it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade that. It's going to take a whole minute. So I'll do that while we're talking. So there's one. The other thing you get when you have a VIP membership, and perhaps I should go over and show you the VIP membership. We're going to go down here to menu. I'm going to hit the little book, and then I'm going to hit the little shop, and then I'm going to go to the VIP. So these 30-day passes will give me 30 daily gems, 1 daily class emblem, and we'll talk about those later, 3 daily loot tickets, which are kind of nice because once you've conquered a stage in a province, you can actually, if you're in a hurry some night and you just want to get your recruits out of the provinces, you can use your daily loot tickets. It's actually just a free play that automatically determines that you're going to win. But the big thing I found is the second base builder. That's very helpful. And then you're going to get every day, without paying any money, without a VIP pass, you get 1 daily summon. With a day pass, with a 30-day pass, you get 2 daily summons. And that's really helpful because what that does is it gives you a hero without having to farm a recruit, and then put a recruit in the trading camps that then come out as heroes. So it bypasses that. And it's a really good deal. And if you think you're going to that you're going to commit yourself to this and play for forever, I actually have 365-day passes. It gives you 2 months free, and that's how I've invested. So I'm a free-to-play player, but I really am a cheap-to-play player because this is one of the things that I make an exception on. And there's one other exception that I make, which will come up later. We don't have the opportunity to do it yet because it's still a low-level player. But there is a bonus, I guess you'd call it, called Path of Victory, POV, and it actually gives you additional credits for what you're doing. Okay, so we hit the little dragon, and we harvested our daily stuff, and one part of that daily stuff, of course, was a summon gate. So I'm going to open the summon gate. I'm going to go down to the daily summon, and I'm going to see what daily summons we have today. So you can see that there's my 2 free. So I'm going to see what they're going to give me. It's going to give me a Derrick. And it's going to give me a monastic road. That's very good. These are troops. These are the ones that give added value to the tiles when you use them. If the higher you level up your troops, the bigger bang you get when you hit your tiles. And of course, Derrick is a hero. So we're just going to come down here and we're going to claim it. And get back out of here. So those are the two things I want to talk about off the top, is whether you want to be a free-to-play or a cheap-to-play. I do want to say one thing in warning, is this game can look like it's very inexpensive because some of the deals are like $2.99. And I was taking advantage of those when I first began to play the game. And then I did a bookkeeping analysis at the end of the month, and I had spent over $100. And I couldn't afford to do that, so I've gone back to only VIPs and POVs. That's the only things that will be buying with this account. Okay, and my little dragon tells me that I have more loot here, so I'm going to press on. Oh, I lost it. I'm going to press on his little bubble. And look, I must have missed a loot ticket from the other night, so that's great. So those are my loot tickets for the day. These are some fun things that are seasonal. These little balloons here. And they're just for having fun. I have a small world. Oh, there's a dragon going by. They've done some beautiful animations. Okay, so once I've done that, I probably should have an updated, I do, look at that, I have an updated storage. You see that it's already given me some more storage up here, at the top. Now my storage is 44,800. But it's a 2. And what did I say about how big they can be? They can be as big as your Stronghold. So my Stronghold is a 3, so we're going to go back down. And I'm going to upgrade it one more time, because I have the iron to do it. So let's go in here. Let's upgrade it. And let's put a little more bubble there, because we'll just turn on my recording thing. Okay, and this one's going to be a 4-minute upgrade. At the very beginning, it takes very little time to upgrade things. Okay, now remember I had a second builder? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over here to the storage, and I'm going to, oops, I'll try to avoid doing that. So here are 2 storages. I'm going to click on them, and I'm going to use my second builder to upgrade them. So now I have 2 builders going, and it's only 3 minutes, so we'll wait for that. In the meantime, look what's happened. I have more room, so I can go in here, and I can get iron, and food, and food, and food, and iron. I'm probably going to want to pull that iron up eventually, because I like to have my mines together. Matter of fact, I'll do that right now and show you how it's done. So come down to this mine, and I've got my circle on. I'm going to move it here so I can touch it. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to go to more, and it says that I can relocate it. So I'm going to hit relocate, and then I'm going to move it over here beside the other mine, and I'm going to hit the storage right below. See the storage right there? I'm going to hit that, and all of a sudden that's where my mine is. So now when I'm harvesting, I've got my mine here, and then I have my farms here. So it's just one fell swoop to be able to harvest them. So that would be that. Now as that's happening, what do I want to do? I want to talk to you about your heroes. Because at the early stage of the game, you're never sure what you're doing or where you're going. So you come down here to the book again, hit the book. It changes this palette here so that you have different things. And we're going to go into the heroes. Now this is the hero roster. People often don't know this is called the roster because they just hit heroes and that's all they see. But this is actually the roster of your heroes. So this is where all the heroes that I have earned or who have been given to me in the game so far. Now, you can see here that my capacity is that I can have 20 heroes. Until I have 20 heroes, when I have 20 heroes, my capacity will be full. But I'm going to show you what you do about that. Because the very first thing you want to do when you start playing is you want to build your hero roster. Eventually you're going to, around level 12, you're going to have the opportunity, I think it's even sooner than that. I think 12 is when you can go to war. But before that, you're going to have, it may be around level 4 or 5, that you can actually join an alliance. And once you join an alliance, you become part of a team that does 2 things. They hunt titans and they go to war together. But in order to go to war, you have to have 30 heroes. Now, they don't have to be big muscular heroes. They don't have to all be 3 stars. Somewhere along the way, you'll probably get another 3-star in these early stages. You always get Bane. Bane is very important, and you want to spend as much time with Bane in the whole of your game, because you'll use him. I'm still using him, and he's still kicking butt. But these 1-star, 2-star heroes, at this point in your game, don't discredit them. They actually can be made. I did a war the other day with my other team, and I actually had one of my 1-star heroes kicking butt of 3 stars and 4-star heroes because it was leveled up, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about that. So right now, your sole purpose is to build a roster of 30. This, as your level goes up, this number will go up as well, and you'll also have the opportunity to increase it. Oh, something just got finished. I heard that. So we'll go back because we want to keep our builders busy. Oh. Okay, so there's our food storage, and we can't do a thing with him anymore. Oh, look at that. I've got another little mine down here. I had a little farm down here that I had missed. So let's harvest that food. And now let's upgrade that, because he's only a humble little one. And that's going to take a whole minute. Let me see if there's something else that I missed over here as well. Nope, not so far. But one in here, let's just bounce this ball. Just because it's fun. And I have a small life. Okay. So we've upgraded the storage as far as we can for that food, and we've got one more storage here that we can upgrade to food. Once again, it's going to take 4 minutes, so we'll get time for that to happen while we're waiting for this to happen. And then once we do that, we're going to keep our builders busy upgrading our farms and our mines. I'm going to need to find a new space for a farm. It's close enough that I'll never harvest it. So, and here's another. Okay, so let's first of all switch these, because here is another storage unit that I have missed. So I'm going to put it back with the other storage unit so I know where to look for it. And I'm going to actually switch it with this farm. So once again, locate, relocate. And now I'm going to go all the way down here, and I'm going to switch. I can't remember which one I'm relocating. There we go. So we've got both of my storages here. This storage is at 3, so the next thing I want to do is I want to bring this one up to 3, so upgrading it. And okay, that's going to take 4 minutes. I'd be a lot happier if this was, I think I'm going to bring the storage down here. So I'm going to do just a little bit of redesign here. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to go to more, I'm going to go relocate. I'm going to switch it with this. And then I'm going to switch out this one, more, relocate to there. Okay, so now I've got all of my producing mines and farms together, so I'll be able to see them when I first come in. And I'll move my storages down here. So I've got my 2 food storages. I believe that this is my iron storage. So let's just move my iron storage back there and move this craft up here. Actually, there's other crafters up here now, so that would be a good time to move it. I was too close to the dot. Relocate. Okay, now I'm more happy. You can tell I'm a little obsessive here. So I've got my storages there for farms. I've got my storages there for iron. Okay, ready to play a little game? A little part of the game? Let's first of all see what these wonderful specials I have down here are. This is our missions. This will direct me to where the next place I can play is. And these are letters from the designers. So let's go in and see what they want to say to me today. So I'm going to click on this. Use the dots so that I don't end up turning on that. And we've got some messages here. So let's just see what the campaign update says. It says we're doing okay. And it's going to give me some gifts for doing okay. Well, that's got to be good. So I'm going to get some more gems, which is what I use to buy heroes. And what sometimes I'll show you another use for gem that I do. And I'm going to get a miracle scroll. And let's just see what that says that is. A miracle scroll allows me to revive a hero. Well, that's excellent. So we'll keep that. So we're going to claim these now. So we're going to press this. And then after I do that, I usually go in here once it's collected and I delete it. Okay, now we're going to equip our heroes. Let's see what this message says. Okay, it's reminding me I need to go and craft things. And in order to do that, it's going to give me a little gift to remind me that I may need arrows in the future. So these are arrows. They're made of forges. And I'll have to go back. And so I like that. I like having more gems. Gems are always good. So I'm going to collect this. And then, as I said, I go in, and once it's collected, I delete it. And the very last thing is this one. And it's telling me that my opposition is going to grow stronger. Well, we know that. So we need to make sure that we are upgrading our heroes. So this is more gems, and I like that. So I'm going to collect that. And I'm going to delete that message. Okay, now we're going to go into the mission tab. You see it right here? I'm just going to move the dot so I can hit it. Now, there's some things that we have done that have given us some bonuses. We have upgraded our Stronghold to level 3, which has given us a bonus of 5 gems. So I'm going to claim that. We have built a training camp. I'm going to go. That's 3 gems, so I'm going to go ahead and claim that. We have upgraded food storage. You watched me do it. That's 3 gems. I'm going to claim that. Love these gems. And I've upgraded iron storage. You watched me do that. I'm going to claim that. Source of income. We built some mines. It's going to give me my first dividend of 2. So I'm going to claim that. And we've built iron storages. So that's going to give me another 3. So I'm going to claim that. Now this is telling me that at the moment I have not been in Rathwood. If you recall in our in the tutorial the game took you through, you did 1 full season. But this is the 2nd season, and we haven't been in there yet. So this is one way of getting to it quickly. But if we get to the very end of the whole season, I'm sorry, I've been calling this a season. It's a province, actually. At the end of the whole season, and I don't even know how many provinces there are in that. I've never gotten to the end of the 1st season. I skipped over to the 2nd season with my other account. I will get some things like this. These are summons tokens. These are epic troop tokens. These are epic player tokens. Those are ones that are 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. So that's a really good loot once you get to the end of a season. Okay, we've done everything we can do here. We don't have any more things that we can harvest. These are different things that we are going to be able to harvest. And just telling you how much progress I'm making on it. So my Stronghold, once I get to 10, I'm going to get 20. And all of these, and this tells you how far it is. Okay, enough time spent on that. Now I've got to build some things, because as we were talking before, you heard me, and heard them come good. So let me see. We've got both of our storage for food to 3. We've got both of our storage for iron to 3. So let's start upgrading our. Let's start with our mines, because our mines will actually give us iron to make more mines, to make more buildings, so let's upgrade that. That's going to take a whole 2 minutes. And use some of my food as you saw. Okay, so there's one. We've got 2 builders, so let's go in here and do this one as well. Upgrade. And you see that mines are the only building that I can think of at the moment that actually use food to upgrade. So this one is going to use 2,000 of my food to upgrade it. But all of the other buildings use iron. So let's upgrade this. Okay, so we've got those going, and while they're going, you can see that my food has gone down, my iron has gone down because we've been busy people. So, and we've got, so up here, I just want to mention that these, I can't get all the way up here to show you, but you see the red flag? It says I have 15 of 15. Those are my world energy flags, and as long as I have world energy an amount there, I can go farming, which I do down here on the map. This number up here, the blue flags above, show me I have 6 of 6, and that means that I can go on 6 raids. Just quickly show you what the raids would look like if you went in there. So here's a raid. This is kind of a default team that they have given, that as I got heroes, they decided to put them in this order. And then I think I rearranged them a little bit because Bane is my only 3-star, and he is what we call a good tank because he can take a lot of damage, and you want your tank to be in the front because when you're attacked, they're going to try to... He has the most exposed area in tiles. These ones, until the tank is gone, both of the flanks, these are called flanks, will have only 1 tile column that can reach them. And so the tank is covering for both of these healers, for both of these spaces, both of these flanks. And I always put my healer, Sharon is a healer, on the right of my flank, of my tank, because I want to be very aware of when she has enough energy to fire, because she can keep all of these guys awake. Okay, and then on the side, these are called wings. So wings, flanks, tanks, flank, and wing. And in my world, I use my wings for attackers, people who have high damage. I use the left flank for a hero that actually will have a beneficial effect for the other people on the team. And then my right flank, of course, I've already said I put a healer there. And I'll explain that better because you'll understand as we go. So here's my team. It's the huge team power of 945. So let's see if we can find an opponent. Well, here's a team that they want me to play that's 1,687, which basically means I will be massacred. So I don't want to do that. So if I want to look for one that's more my size, I will re-roll. But that's not what we're doing today. I just wanted to show you what this looks like. So I'm going to go back up here, and I'm going to go out. And I'm going to go out again. And then I'm going to go down here to farm. Now I can go in here and do it, or I can go in here to the missions. Oops. And just go here. And it'll take me to the next place that I need to beat. Okay. Do you want to do a battle before we go back? Oh, now I hope... just a moment. I did hear my buildings finish. So before we do that, I'm going to go back. So this is just me going back to the base. And I'm going to build something else. So we've got a tree. Let's do this one up. So we're going to upgrade that. And as you can see, that's upgrading with iron. It's going to be tight. We're running out of iron. So we're going to upgrade it. And it's going to take 2 minutes. And I've got 1 more builder. So let's see if I can sneak another one. Okay, so now my iron is really, really low, so I've got to go in here and find and see if I can get some more. So I'm going to go down here, I'm going to go in, oops, sorry, too close to the dot. I'm going to go in, I'm going to start in Rath. We've already done the plains of Coralia, and we're going to go into Rathwood, and we're going to go to the first stage. And this is the enemies that we're going to be against. We're going to be against a yellow, a green, and a green. And my tank, look at this, they're even going to take me through a tutorial here. So let's do this together. There's a healing potion. These came from my forge. And now I'm going to fight. Okay, let's get this out of the way so that I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so greens, as you can tell from this little diagram up here, the best thing to kill a green is a red. So do I have any reds that I can join together? No, I don't. Okay, the best thing to kill a yellow is a purple. Do I have anything there that I can use at the moment? Not at the moment, so we're going to use an off color to take my first shots. And there, look at this. One of my heroes is hurt. Let's use a healing potion, okay? And I'm going to heal. But look at this. I've got a purple right underneath that yellow. Let's get rid of that. There we go. See how powerful it is when you use the color that's next to it? So now once again I'm looking for reds here, but until I have them, I'm going to get them as close as I can. These off colors sometimes can be very powerful. Now when I get over that, what happened here is anything that I use in this area is called ghosting because it's going to miss the hero entirely. So let's get rid of Brand because Brand is going to hit. Okay, so it'll take us to our next wave. And now let's see what we can do. So once again I need purples over here. Look at all these purples. And that causes Sickness. Now Sickness, remember I said that on this left wing I'm going to have an ally that helps, a hero that helps all the other ones. Well, this one is going to give everybody in my team an additional 34% attack for 4 turns. So when I hit this, everybody's going to get better. And now watch the attack. So we would like to not do a yellow because that would power him up. So we're going to do a red, an off color. There we go. Now so that just did a super. And you see this little attack symbol in the bottom of the screen. That means that Sickness is given all of these additional attacks. So let's see how Derek works. So I'm going to just choose this guy. I don't really need to, he's the only one left. But before I do that, actually, I want to see if I can power up my whole team. I'm going to do what they call ghosting. And that's to do everything I can to harvest over here so that I can power up all of my heroes. Now he's going to take pot shots at me while I'm trying to do this because he's not very keen about it. There's that. Let's see if we can get a Brand going. Okay, so now I'm ready to get rid of this guy. Now can I do it with tiles? That would be the best way because then I'll save all of my specials. There we go. So here's the boss, and I am as healthy as I can be. So first of all, I will make sure I will hit my healer to make sure that all of my heroes are as healthy as I can be. See, all of their green lines are full. And then I'm just going to pick on him and choose him in the middle just by touching him. And then I'm going to go see what Brand is doing. And let's see what. Now what Brand is doing is he's actually attacking all of them. What Bane does is he just attacks one and then he increases the accuracy for everybody else. So there's Bane, and he's a powerful healer. most powerful hitter. And now here's Derek, and Derek throws an axe, and he does quite a little bit of damage to one person. So let's throw him right there. Okay, now all I have to do is we need just to do some cleanup. So this is a special, and by lining this up, another person. And let's go. This is ready to give everybody swords again. So let's power up my attack. Red on the strongest power it is. And this is what we're going to win. We're going to win a large bone, which is going to come in handy someday. Okay, it doesn't tell us what it's going to give us for. And then oil, I know, is very valuable. So you'll run out of this a lot. So you need to know that in Province 2, Stage 1, you can get oil, because you'll have to come back and farm that again. You're going to get metal ores. You're going to get common herbs. And this turns recruits into heroes. So you want to have as many adventure kits and training swords as you can get. And even though they call them adventure kits, everybody in the game calls them backpacks. Okay, now I have the option here of replaying, same team, or I have the option of going forward. So I'm going to go back. I don't think I did, but let's say I did. Okay, so I'm just going to go back out. You've seen what that is. The next thing to do logically would have been to go into the second one, but you know how to do that now. So I'm going to go back. Two more buildings selected. Do I have enough? No, I might have enough for one more. So trying to get all of my farms up to 3. No, not yet. Okay, let's go back. I'm going to go back. I think I'm going to leave that there for today. I think that took us through quite a few things. And I'll see you again tomorrow. And we'll go see about getting up to Stronghold 4. Have a good day, and thanks for being with me.